What's up, everybody? We're here at Ozark International Raceway with the follow-on mission, and we're going to be checking out some endurance road racing. So come on, join me. Let's check out some racing, talk to the people of the follow-on mission, and see how the day is going. Walking through the pits down here in the garage area. My first impression of Ozark International Raceway is pretty good. I mean, this place hasn't been open for long. It's a fairly new facility. I think the track just got built a handful of years ago, and as they think they've just been racing for a couple years, and it's a little tricky to figure out, you know, where you're supposed to go and where the seats are. I'm not even sure if they have any like set bleachers or anything, but once you get in here and kind of settled in, it's not bad. So I'm gonna catch up with the people of the follow-on mission, and I'll get back with you. So the guys from the people from the follow-on mission, they're having a little issue with the car right now, and I'm kind of trying to stay out of their way, let them get that fixed. Hopefully it's just a minor issue and they can get back on the track. I know they were looking really good yesterday. I talked to some of them, and they said the car was doing really well yesterday, and this issue kind of just appeared this weekend. They had some really good success earlier this year. So like I said, hopefully they can get that fixed, remedied, and back out on the track so they can get some more action and win this race this weekend.
Hi, my name is Nicholas Mumma. I was a 21-year vet in the Army. I ended up finding all about follow-on mission through a friend of mine who actually started this organization. Told me to come out. You know, a lot of combat vets he allows to come out here and really kind of get some adrenaline therapy, he calls it. Even if they've never driven a race car before, they kind of do a little teaching moment, puts them through the motions of learning how to drive a race car, and then they get to be on the track for a little while. Nobody's really in a race, you know, but you get that adrenaline rush that a lot of people miss from being in the military. So it really is a great organization. They've been fantastic, and it's all through donations. So that's how they are able to fund this. So anybody's got anything to give, they're more than happy to take it. You know, we donate to them all the time, and we ask others to follow. And you know, if you're a vet, come on out. You follow the followonmission.org and read up on their stuff, and then contact them about coming out. It's a great time.
I'd like to thank Nick for taking the time to speak with me. They had a minute of downtime. As you can see, the crew is working on that minor issue, and it turned out to be, I think, a problem with the fuel issue. They thought they were having transmission problems, but it ended up just being a minor issue. So they were able to get back out on the track. As you can see, they're shooting back up, prepping to get back in the car. I just want to reiterate that all the people from the follow-on mission and the veterans were all really cool with me out there, you know, having a camera in their face. You know, when I wasn't filming, a lot of them were very talkative. They'll be putting the final button up on the car. and getting ready to be pushed out of the garage and back out of the track.
Go back on the track.
As you can see, everybody was pretty excited that day, and here comes the car for its first lap by. Now these are veterans driving this car. That is the follow-on mission car right there, going around the track, and yeah, it's pretty cool to see it out there.
So one thing that's cool about Ozark International Raceway out here is they have this trail that you can walk to get different shots of the track. And man, I think I'm gonna stand here in the shade for a minute. It's a little warm out here. It's not as warm as it could be. Pretty good field of cars, and as the video shows, there's kind of a good mix. I seen, you know, everything from little Miatas to Corvettes to Mustangs to a Chevy truck out there. There's a station wagon. So I'm not sure on the rules of, you know, the Champ Car endurance races. This is my first one. It's my first road course. So it's been interesting, but I can't say, even though it's warm, I'm having fun. Sign of caution. There's a good shot of the track going down there. While they're on the caution laps, found me a little spot in shade up here. But look at these views. The camera's not going to do it justice. Unfortunately, the camera never does anything justice. But you know, it is what it is. We got a nice breeze on this hill. Yeah, I'm just gonna chill out here for a second before they start going back to green. Like I said earlier in the video, I'm out here at Ozark International Raceway with the follow-on mission. Now, if you're not familiar with what the follow-on mission is or what they do, I do have a video, and I'll post a link to that at the end of this video. It's an interview I did with AJ Jackson, the founder of the follow-on mission, and we talk about the race car and what the organization is and what they're all about. So a short, kind of a short recap of what they do and what they're about is they're a veteran-owned charitable company, foundation, and they help veterans with PTSD, other emergency responders, and they do that with adrenaline therapy. Now, adrenaline therapy might not sound familiar to you, and that's okay, but it's something, and I'm not a brain scientist, so I'm not going to get into the specifics of it. You can Google that. But the follow-on mission uses adrenaline therapy through endurance racing, and to help veterans kind of cope with some of the trauma, not just veterans, but first responders, emergency workers, stuff like that. So they do that at no cost to the veteran, and it's a really cool organization. Obviously, it does two things that I really like, and that is help veterans and racing. So when you combine those two things, I'm all in. Again, check out the website. They do take donations, and if you get a chance, look at the schedule, and if they're at a racetrack near you, they run road courses. Check them out. Go to the track, support them, say hi. Like I said, visit the website, see what you can do. If you're interested in the video, like I said, I'll share that at the end of this video. So let's get back to shooting some racing here at Ozark International. Not that I mind walking or anything, but I think next time I come out here, I will definitely have a golf cart. You can rent them here at the facility. I believe it's $60. I don't know if there's some kind of deposit or something like that you have to put down. I didn't look into it, but I think next time I will. Even though I don't mind walking, and it's a pretty area and I do need the exercise. These road courses are kind of big.
So as I headed back up to the pit area of the follow-on mission, it seemed like spirits were pretty high. Everybody was in a good mood, and hopes were high for the day. Unfortunately, they were about to get some bad news. There was an incident on the track, and their car would be coming in once again. Here they are, just after they got the news, headed up to the garage area to await the car's arrival.
So as you can see, the crew from the follow-on mission just headed out of the pits. Unfortunately, they got some bad news. They had a little incident. Hopefully, it's not too bad. They can get the car up and running. But unfortunately, right now, they said they did need a tow back to the garage. So we'll just have to let them do their assessment. And hopefully, it's not too bad. We'll just hope for the best. I'm going to try to stay out of their way, let them do what they got to do when they get the car in the garage, and we'll go from there. So hopefully the weekend is not done for the people of the follow-on mission.
As you can see here, they're waiting for the car to come in, and it had to be put on the back of a rollback.
Now you can see the car there getting offloaded. The crew are going to check out the damage. Hopefully it's not too extensive. Try to look here, while staying out of the way. Obviously, we want to give the team some space here. Let them assess the damage without me getting in the way.
Tell him how structural damage. Tell him he can't. Are you going for lunch?
So as you can see, the crew is out there checking out the damage on the Malibu. Talked to AJ, he does have some spare parts. This being a Malibu, hopefully there might be some places online that they can get spare parts for this as well. But I haven't talked to AJ about, let me see if I can get back in the light here. There we are. I haven't talked to him about how much it's going to take to get it back on the track, or if they will be able to get it back on the track tomorrow. I'm kind of staying back a little bit out of the way. I want to be able to let them do their full assessment before I talk to them and then get back with you. So unfortunately, we're in a hold. You can see the damage on the car, and I will give an update in the video as soon as I find out. So fingers crossed that they'll be back on the track tomorrow.
Well, even though I had my fingers crossed and a lot of the crew members had their fingers crossed, unfortunately the damage was just too much to finish out the Saturday race, and the crew didn't think they could get the car repaired there at the track for the next day, Sunday. So unfortunately, that is just how racing goes sometimes. And for the people of the follow-on mission, I know they didn't want their weekend to end this way, but that did not dampen their resolve. So as the race continues for everyone else, unfortunately, the team from the follow-on mission will pack up and head back to their base. I do want to take this time to thank everybody, all the crew members of the follow-on mission, and AJ and his wife Rebecca for having me out and letting me hang out with them.
Well, unfortunately, the damage was a little bit too much to get done by tomorrow, so the people from the follow-on mission, their race is done here at Ozark International for this weekend, but they will be back at Road America in October, so they should have the car ready by then. If you're in that area, go ahead and come on out and support them. Like I said, check out the website to get more information on, the program, how you can get veterans involved. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, if you did, like and subscribe. I plan on coming back down here to Ozark International. This is my first road course, and this was a pretty cool experience, honestly. Something new to me. I'm glad I could come down here and document it a little bit. I'll do a few things different next time, but hey, that's a learning curve. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. That's all for this one.